Coach, tell us about some of the new guys in the room, especially Mr. Cox.
Yeah, Chandler, excited to have him. He's going to be a part of our, physical presence on offense. So, a lot of the fullback blocking is tied into the tight ends blocking. So, for them to hear that and be on the same page, it's going to be a major factor in his progression here as he gets going.
How's the room shaping up, even with the vets, everything for you?
It's good. We're all learning about each other. I think that's the time right now, the off season. So, finding out each other's strengths, weaknesses, and trying to teach to those. So it's early, but that's the time of the year right now we're in.
Both quarterbacks, Josh Rosen and Ryan Fitzpatrick, they have a history of utilizing the middle of the field, utilizing tight ends. When will you know how fast your group is in terms of progressing and developing chemistry?
Yeah, I think for any quarterback, really, the closer they are to them, the receiver I'm talking about, they're always an outlet. So when the tight end's just three guys down the line, they got to get open. So that's part of our deal: get open, catch the ball. We'll see how much we're used. If it's not necessarily running routes, maybe it's blocking. So all that stuff ties in. The play action game. So we'll take it day by day and see where we're at the end of the spring, and then progress when it really counts with pads on in training camp.
Mike Gesicki had a lot of playing time last year. What kind of development do you want to see from him going into year two?
Yeah, I think it's a big year for him. It's year one to year two. It's for any second-year player. Just trying to see and use really what he does well. He's worked this offseason, asked a lot of good questions. So, it's meshing with the quarterback, finding his role on offense, and then improving that and taking it from there.
He has a reputation as a long strider, somebody who takes a while to build up speed. Is there something that you can do or teach or implement that can make him work faster?
Everybody's got the strengths and weaknesses. As a taller, longer guy, he covers ground quickly. So maybe a long strider, but those strides are pretty quick. I think we saw that this past weekend with the Derby. But we'll try to use whatever he does well. If it's down the field, it'll be down the field. If it's catch and run type plays, it's catch and run. And then if he needs to block, he needs to block. So we'll ask, for him to do what he does best more frequently than the other stuff.
With Dwayne, he didn't have much of a role in terms of a pass catcher in New England the past couple of years, but it showed it during the Indianapolis Colts years. How long does it take him to dust that stuff off?
Yeah, I don't know if it's dusting stuff off or if it's just kind of, when it's his opportunity, getting the ball. He's in a different place than he was last year, so it's hard to compare that. Different people, different quarterback, everything, the dynamics are different. So it's a new year for him, and, that's this time of the year.